Blackberry is a biographical movie that depicts the journey of Mike, Doug, and Jim in building the company behind Blackberry, Research in Motion, into a global smartphone leader before its eventual decline. Jim's entry into RIM marked a critical turning point in the company's growth. This is considered the critical moment of change in the company. Before he joined, RIM had strong technical innovation led by Mike and Doug, but lacked clear business direction. He brought valuable business skills and experience to the table, such as leadership as well as effective communication. The rising momentum continues when Mike manages to convince the executives at Bell Atlantic about the potential of the Pocket Link. This shows how Mike and Jim's strengths complement each other, enabling them to secure a major deal with Bell Atlantic. BlackBerry became a status symbol for business professionals due to its secure and efficient email services, thus making BlackBerry a top player in the early 2000s cell phone market. The critical moment of innovation was when Mike and his team developed the prototype of the Pocket Link, a mobile device that could send and receive emails, and introduced free text messaging, revolutionizing mobile communication. However, BlackBerry's dominance didn't last forever. It began when the company failed to adapt to major market changes after the introduction of Apple's iPhone. The next key event was Jim's SEC issue and internal leadership conflicts. These problems distracted BlackBerry from keeping up with the fast-changing smartphone market, ultimately causing the company to lose market share. Leadership played a key role in how change was managed at RIM. Mike focused mainly on technical innovation, whereas Jim was assertive and sales-driven. This difference in leadership helped BlackBerry grow at first, but later caused conflicts and unclear decisions when the smartphone market began to change. Before Jim joined, RIM had a laid-back, engineering-focused culture that valued technical perfection. But after he joined, he instilled a sense of urgency, shifting the culture to be more business-focused, results-driven, and growth-oriented. In terms of communication, Mike was passive, as he struggled to negotiate effectively with US Robotics regarding the modem order issue, whereas Jim was clever in negotiation, pressuring them by threatening to work with their competitor if they didn't honor the contract. Internal resistance to change came from the staff and Mike as well. Alan Lewis complained it was bad luck to work on movie night, showing resistance to changing the company's tradition. It was addressed through Charles's strict leadership, which enforced discipline and ensured tasks were completed despite personal beliefs or superstitions. Mike resisted change by focusing on the Bolt's trackpad, ignoring the market shift toward touchscreens. Mike's resistance was not effectively addressed, leading to delayed adaptation to touchscreen smartphones. Bell Atlantic represented an external source of resistance by initially refusing to adopt the Pocket Link. However, it was addressed through persuasive communication that convinced its executives of the technology's value. BlackBerry's launch was a disruptive breakthrough by bringing secure mobile email to smartphones, as well as free text messaging. The transition to a touchscreen keyboard is an example of incremental innovation, improving the user experience without changing the fundamental product. Bell Atlantic served as BlackBerry's network provider, providing the infrastructure for push email and messaging, demonstrating open innovation. BlackBerry initially gained a competitive edge with secure mobile email, but slow innovation and delayed response to market trends prevented it from sustaining this advantage. Nintendo also suffered a major decline in its history, but they managed to turn the tide. After achieving major success with the Nintendo DS and the Wii, Nintendo faced a major setback in 2012 with the Wii U. It happened due to poor marketing, which failed to clearly communicate that the Wii U was a new console with unique features. At that time, Nintendo's president noticed people were playing games on smartphones and tablets, so they launched the Nintendo Switch in 2017. This was disruptive innovation because it created a new way to play games both at home and on the go. Even after the Switch's success, Nintendo continued innovating with the launch of the Switch 2 in 2025. offering improved performance, a larger screen, and new features to enhance gameplay. Key lessons from Blackberry and Nintendo show that successful innovation requires balancing disruptive and incremental changes, staying aware of market trends, collaborating with partners, and having flexible leadership. Blackberry failed by being slow to adapt, while Nintendo succeeded by experimenting and responding to consumer needs. In today's fast-changing business environment, companies should constantly monitor the market, encourage creativity and risk-taking, leverage external partnerships, and improve products continuously to stay competitive.